And we look to the lights. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we will be green for the opening sprint here in Azerbaijan. Who will get the jump to turn 1? Bayer aggressively defends to the inside. And he will hold the lead, but he hits the inside wall. Travis bumps him through. And down the inside for the second Mercedes of Frosty. Collides with an Alfa Romeo. And he's spun around and he goes down the field. And that's not the start he wanted. Down to turn 3 now. Bayer's got a comfortable gap to Travis in P3. In P2, sorry. Yeah, the Mercedes is in the wall. Stardust now to P2. Motley up to P3. Pierce Bomber has had an absolute phenomenal start. He's up into P4. Exo's into P5. And most of the field has managed to stay clean, but the two Mercedes have gone flying down the leaderboard in this opening sprint race, with Travis in P12 and Frosty down in P15. And they continue to tumble down. There's 6 laps in this opening sprint. Through the castle section for the first time, it's Stardust to the lead. So Bayer's made a little mistake through the second sector. We're under virtual safety car as Lindsay in the Williams crashes into the castle section. Travis has now got a 5-second penalty. So he must have collided with a driver through that area of the circuit. And it's Stardust that has the lead. It's Bayer behind him and Motley in third. So everyone's all over each other before they get to the line. And he goes now. He'll lead into turn 1, but everyone else behind him will be 3, even 4 wide as we see a Ferrari down the inside. That was Jaden. And everyone negotiates. In fact, there's a Red Bull in the wall and someone's gone out wide at turn 1. That was Jordan, and there's another Alpine around. That's Bayer from second. So it's now Motley up to P2, Exo up to P3. There's absolute chaos here on the restart. Another McLaren has spun the Aston Martin. That's Hudman and Sparks before they get to turn 3. There's a Williams and an Alfa Romeo now in the wall. It's chaos in this midfield. And Motley's up to P2. Hudman's up to P3 after that contact. Here's your battle for your final step on the SuperSprint podium. Bayer's dropped all the way down. He's down in P11 now after that spin at turn 2. We've got 2 laps to go. Everyone's fighting the rear end of their Formula 1 machinery. It's all calmed down now in the second sector, but everyone was all over each other on that restart. But Hudman, on his OF1C debut, is currently in with a chance of a podium. He's got Wex currently third in the standings, right on his tail. And we might see DRS enabled on the final lap of this race, which will make the run to the line here at turn 16 even more critical. But it'll be Stardust, who has a 2.5 second lead at the front. Exonix is now out of the session. He's run wide in the final few corners, and Bayer's being caught up in it as well. He's gone spinning down to P12. Firestone to his inside. He hits the inside wall. And Bayer trying to get him back now with the slipstream. Down to turn 1. And the Haas having issues here on the main straight as Zappa now gets past him. He runs wide at the first corner. And back to the front. So Wex up to P3. He's got past Hudman. He's now looking on the back of the Alfa Romeo of Motley. We've got battle packs absolutely everywhere. And Bomber's just lost a bit of touch here with the top 4. He was in this battle. And so is Exo as well down in P6. Everyone, no rear grip so far. We see Spicy down the escape road now. He's gone off. He's down in P14. Went wide at turn 4. Now ahead between Zappa and Firestone. He'll try to go around the outside in the braking zone. 2 cars here is very risky. And through the castle section. The Ferrari concedes and now leaves him vulnerable to the AlphaTauri behind. It's Fire Strike that keeps P12. Stardust round turn 16. He'll look to start the final lap of this super sprint. Wex is up to P2 and he's charging. He's got 2-second gap to make in this final lap. Hudman is up to P3. We see a Haas out of Firestrike is now out of this super sprint. But Motley's right on the back of Hudman for the final step on this podium. The DRS is enabled for this final lap. Wex has set the fastest lap of the super sprint. And it's Motley down the inside. Spicy's now out of the session. So he's made a mistake through the final corners of the lap. And once again, we reignite this battle for P3. Hudman will be down the inside of Motley. And we see a battle pack in the background between Jaden, Travis, and Exo. Travis down the inside of the Ferrari. Jaden will now have the inside line for the next set of corners. And they've both hit the wall. Exo's now going to be down the outside of them. They're going to be 3 wide into the next set of corners. Exo backs off. Travis takes P6. And Motley's managed to hold on to P3 as well. And on this final lap of this super sprint, it's Stardust's to lose at the moment. He's got a 1.2 second gap for his maiden OF1C victory in the super sprint tonight. Can he hold on? He's only got a handful of corners to go. He's got Wex charging behind him. Can he? He's going to be within the DRS zone when they get to the detection. But he won't be close enough at the line, I don't think. Everyone else behind, though. It's going to be a DRS train to the start-finish line to end this super sprint. But it's Stardust. He rounds the final corner. He'll put himself in OF1C history and he will win his maiden super sprint and victory here in OF1C. And it'll be Wex in second, who will take P3. Here comes Hudman. He doesn't get him at the line. It was 6 milliseconds. And here comes Jaden and Docs. And it's 24 milliseconds between the Ferrari and the Alpine over P7. It was Bomber that managed to get P5, Travis into P6, Jaden P7, and Docs P8 rounding out the points. Exo down in P9, Sparks P10, and Bio and Jordan have crashed across the line, and Zappo has crashed as well. Less than 100 meters to the line.